Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys doing well. So, don't know what I mean. Welcome back to my channel after a very long time. I've uploaded a single video 3 months ago, then skip out medical. I don't want to really say it, give it a time, just because I've been in a situation. Okay, I didn't record any kind of video. It's Monday, 1 December, fresh start from New Year coming, so fresh start. I marked out Euro USD, but I want to call out GBP USD first of all, just because I'm interested in this market very much. So as you can see, I have marked out all of the markets that I'm interested in: Euro USD, GBP CAD, GBP USD, GBP AUD, USD CAD, USD USD, GBP CHF, just because I have I have analyzed the chart on Sunday and idea came up that why should I make the video. It's been 3 months, so I will be regularly not posting on my YT channel. I have nothing to do, and being a coward, like not posting on YouTube channel and sharing my lifestyle, bro, why not? You should share every single thing that you're manifesting in, like you're trading and you're doing stupid things. You should upload it, bro. Why not? Because why not? Seriously. So for our first real market, USD. Fuck this shit, bro. This is a content trade, I call it already. So coming up to like GBP USD that I'm mostly, I am really interested in right now. And yeah, I forgot to mention that I have a very beautiful, we got a very, useful checklist created by my favorite mentor, like from Miami, FXAlexG, which I forgot to mention, and we're going to be using the checklist today in this video. So this is the perfect trade.net created by FXAlexG. I really find out on the Instagram that he created this checklist for almost all type of trader out there. So I just want to see how this works, because this is the very first time I'm using this checklist. So let's see how this works. So coming up on our first pair of the market, first pair of the week, GBP USD. According to our trading checklist, now what does it say? Now weekly time frame. We're first analyzing the weekly time frame, so make sure that you analyze these according to your weekly or area of interest, or what kind of this or that or whatever. You check this every single thing according to your weekly time frame. So first of all, we have a trend. Okay, now the weekly says now where trend is going. Basically, it is bullish or bearish. So the picture shows that your market should look like bearish as the right, and bullish as the left. So what we have on GBP USD weekly time frame. So what our market did right here is from this point, high and low, high, and then break below and shifted structure. Now we created a lower high and then a lower low. So we're going basically bearish, and this market is still bearish. From now point scenario, from right here, we're not actually looking at this point, not right now. It is basically very like a counter trend trade GBP USD. So we make sure that we stay reserved on this one. Weekly we have we have a trend which is bearish, and area of interest. Now the second one, A of I, which is area of interest rejected. So what basically area of interest means, what it looks like, basically what is called the area of interest, as you can see in the picture. So does it look like this weekly? Okay, this is what weekly on GBP USD actually you look like. Does it has 3 minimum touches? Okay, so we can see right here where I'm putting the, sorry, I don't have any marker to point out the structure, so I'm using this plus point. So you make sure that you're understanding the thing. Okay, area of interest means that you could have like a minimum 3 touches. Okay, so this is the first touch right here, and where the market use it as a support, and should we count this? I don't really think so. No, I shouldn't count this. So what we basically have, can we drag this one also right here? Should we drag it? No, sir. So basically this is not a valid area of interest. Like, this is kind of like not my type of area of interest right here. We should barely have like a minimum of 60 pip of area of interest basically. So how much this is? How much is this? Right, like, isn't it 60? No, yeah, that's 60, right? That's 60 right here. So yeah, this is a validate drag this like here. So what we got here? No, sorry, I got so many mess right here, and make sure I can understand. Sorry for the mess. I just want to delete this and this also. Come back to our candlesticks. Okay, now yeah, right here. So we should have a minimum of 3 touches. Okay, so this is our first touch, second touch, third touch, and this is now called a valid area of interest. And maybe we should have a rejection pull down here, or maybe we should have a pull up. Why I told you this is a counter trade, because I'm gonna show you after that. Let me finish the checklist thing, and then I'm gonna tell you why I'm going bias on this one. So at area of interest rejected, yes sir, we have a weekly area of interest and touching EMA. That's the EMA. Yes sir, it is touching the EMA right here. It is touching the EMA at this point. If you're seeing this, we have a blue color of EMA going through like this, and here goes the EMA right here. So yes, we touch the EMA. So yes, we are touching it. Alright, so around psychological level at this point. Yeah, this is 31,900. You can call it around psychological level. Also this one, if you can give me a very valid one. Yes sir, that's it. I have marked out this one already, like you can see. 32,000, right? So let's mark out 32,000. Okay. The barely market rejected that point and give us structure every single time whenever it hits, like here at this point right here, in this point right here, the market rejected that point. Here same. Now maybe anticipating to have the pull up just because the market didn't give us the rejection here, like a weekly rejection. No rejection found it here, so we kind of like stay conservative with the sells. We're going buys instead. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, yes, we're touching around psychological level. Okay, rejection from the previous structure point. Do we reject from the previous structure point? Let me see. This is the previous structure point. If I can show you, lower high, lower low. No, we didn't have it rejected from the previous structure point. There's no chance. Yeah, this is the previous structure point, like you can see. Still there is no rejection. Okay, there is no rejection right here, no rejection right here, so we won't count that as a rejection. So yeah, no, we don't have any rejection. Candlestick rejection from area of interest. Do we have a rejection from area of interest? Let me see. No sir, we got a bullish engulfing candlestick instead of area in around the area of interest. We got a bullish engulfing candlestick. No rejections here, so we don't mark it as a check. Break and retest, head and shoulders pattern. Does your head and shoulder pattern look like this? Head and shoulders not better head and shoulder until it breaks the neckline. No sir, we don't have also that. So what we got here, we don't have any head and shoulders right here, no valid. Yeah, in a very kind of sense, like I can make a head and shoulders like this. I don't know why it doesn't look like a head and shoulder, but it is not a head and shoulder, bro. No, not valid head and shoulder, bro. Like seriously. Yeah. So we're gonna go back. No head and shoulder pattern. So we got four things unchecked and 3 things not checked. So weekly is kind of like 30% in our favor. Now in daily, now we're gonna do the same thing in the daily. We're gonna go back and now pull up what we have on daily. So we first have to mark out the trend. Okay, where our trend is now. Where is the trend of the market now? As we can see, this broke the neckline, like lower low, lower high, lower low, doesn't respect that anymore, and then break that structure level. Okay, we shifted bullish right now, and we break from the previous highs, previous lower highs. Okay, so what we got here, we got a trend which is bullish, yes. Area of interest rejected. Area of interest, we are rejecting it as a resistance level, not a support level. But are we gonna count that? Yes sir, we're gonna count that. Okay, we're gonna count that rejected. Okay, touching the EMA. Does the EMA touching? Yes, we're touching the resistance EMA right here. This is the resistance EMA, as you can see, the blue color. As long as we are under this EMA, we are not good, just because we are long. You want to make sure that the EMA, as long as we're under this EMA, so we're gonna stay reserved. Like, we're not gonna enter the trade. At least we have that break of, we have the break and retest above this area of interest right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the mark that yes, we have an EMA raw psychological level. We marked that already. Nice. It doesn't give you the option like you cannot mark it every single time just because you mark it above already, so that's why. Okay, rejection from the previous structure. Let's see. This is the previous structure, like we shifted bullish, and now we are barely rejecting the structure point I marked already. This is the blue line, that horizontal line I have marked out, which is now barely, kind of rejecting this point right here, if you can see. So yeah, it is rejecting the previous structure point. Yes sir. So candlestick rejection from area of interest. It is rejecting from area of interest right here. As you can see right here, it is rejecting. So I'm gonna mark it as a yes from my side. Break and retest head and shoulder. I'm not sure about the break and retest and head and shoulder pattern. Like, it is breaking and retesting at this point right here. So it break above, now it is retesting at this point right here. And so what can I say? Like, does it count? Like, should we count as a break and retest? Or it breaks above and then it's now giving me a perfect retest neckline, like you can see it here. Does it count? I don't know. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, let's go to now 4 hour. What we can see here, that the market is still very bullish, just because it breaks all of the previous highs, and now it's doing its bullish thing, and now we're retesting the neckline that I mark out through blue horizontal line. And you can see this is a very strong support level of support, and also resistance line. Reject from this line, maybe. Let's go to 4 hour. As you can see, the 4 hour is bullish, so let's mark out the market. The 4 hour is bullish at area of interest, rejecting it. So in the area of interest is actually rejecting it like a resistance level. I need a support level of rejection. So should I count that? Hell no. There's an area of interest 4 hour rejecting it. Like, yeah, we have a bear, like also this kind of area of interest right here. So we can say that the 4 hour is rejecting the area of interest right here. Area of interest is marked. Yes sir, we got a rejection touching the EMA. Are we touching the EMA? Yes sir, we got a touching EMA right here. At this point, as you can see, this is it retraces back all the way to the upside as it touched the EMA. So we're gonna mark this as a yes. Touching the EMA, yes sir. Touch the EMA raw psychological level as it's been marked already. Rejection from the previous structure point. Structure point, yes sir, it is rejecting from the previous structure point. As I told you, this horizontal line is this horizontal line, or maybe my alarm, is a very strong support and resistance level, where it shows that the market is going where the market is creating a structure. Now it's retesting whatever, so on and so forth. It's a very strong area of interest right here, 4 hour and 1 hour daily also. So we're gonna mark that as a rejection. Yes sir, we're gonna mark that as a check. As you can see here, it should look like this. So candle rejection from the area of interest. I mean, not on that kind of level. I don't need a resistance level rejection, I need a support rejection. So do we have a support rejection right here? Yes, sir. We might have. We're gonna just break and retest head and shoulders. We don't have head and shoulders right here. Yes, we have a break and retest right here, but okay. We're gonna count that as a break and retest. No head and shoulders. But it says that head and shoulders pattern look like this, so it's pointing out that head and shoulders pattern. Okay. Yeah. It says that the break and retest of the neckline, not the regular break and retest of the market, just because the break and retest does not affect that much. So we're gonna mark it as a no. Candlestick directional area of interest, yes sir. We have an area of interest rejection point. What about the 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute time frame? We're gonna analyze it once, like what is the trend on 2 hour. So we're gonna see. Yes sir. 2 hour is bullish. 2 hour is bullish, creating a strong level of support right here. It says bullish, it does shift to bearish right now. Bullish. We have a 1 hour also. Shift to bullish bearish. No. We're still bullish. Yeah, we're still bullish on 30 minute time frame, so we're gonna come back and mark that as a yes. Return touching EMA. Are we touching EMA at 2 hours? Yes, we're touching the EMA right here at 2 hour time frame. Yes sir. And the 1 hour, what about the 1 hour? Yes, we're touching the EMA on the 1 hour also, and 30 minute time frame. We are touching on every single of them. Like EMA has been touched on every 3 of them. Yeah. So what we do is we mark this as check. Yes sir. Break and reach is head and shoulder. I don't know, bro. If you're calling this as a head and shoulders pattern, then there is no head and shoulders pattern right here. Okay, I'm not sure about the break and reaches, but for head and shoulders, no sir, there is no head and shoulders in 2 hours. 1 hour, maybe. No, we might call this as a head and shoulder pattern right here, but not valid head and shoulders pattern. This look like a triple top instead. So just might come back and just not to add to the confluence, like it's not, we're gonna not count this as a W. Interest signal, structure shift, engulfing. We're basically what we're waiting for GBP USD is to come back to this this point right here, this area of interest right here, and give us our interest signal. Like it comes and retests it as it retested it already. So what we're gonna do is just we're gonna wait for the engulfing candlestick, or maybe I can take this trade right here. Maybe I can take this trade right here. So this is a counter trend trade, as you can see. I'm not aiming for that high. I'm aiming for the previous highs, and I'm gonna minimize my risk. I make sure just don't go when I don't wanna go against the trend. So that's why it makes more sense like this. Yeah, I will wait for the daily to do its thing. Like if it gives as the rejection here, double doji, now I might anticipate that this will also come back all the way down here to our area of interest, of our entry level, and then have a push up. That's because the daily and the 4 hour are in sync. They're both bullish. So this will be a W trade. So what we are checking on our checklist, that we have structure shift and engulfing. No, we don't have any structure shift. Maybe you should mark this when you are gonna enter your trade. During analyze this matters, that you mark out your weekly scenario, weekly area of interest trends, etc., daily, and also 4 hours, 2 hour. I think so that the entry signal stop loss will be like can be modified after when you're taking the trade. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark it as I'm just not gonna mark it right now. So I'm gonna mark my take profit and stop loss. I don't know, the AlexG is working on this. It's not showing the pictures, so yeah, it's showing us the overall score is 115, which is not bad. This is very strong right now, but as AlexG says that from like 115 to minimum 145, 150 is a W trade that you're going in 100%. 115 is just a bare minimum, entry level. It says very strong, but you must have to, listen to him, like what he says, just because he's an experienced trader or whatever. So you have to say, like, you don't have to be that textbook guy or whatever. This is just, is gonna check your trade and analyze it. It doesn't, this is just checking your trade, and that's it. Doesn't mean that the market cannot go against you. The market will always go against you. Keep that in mind. So account balance, as I started my new account, 2K account challenge 2 weeks ago, and I'm now in a little bit of drawdown, like I did a $71 loss. So now my total balance is 1930. Stop loss, we're gonna put my stop loss in. Where should be my stop loss? Okay, my stop loss is like 1.31137. 31137. Okay, 1.3117. That should be my stop loss right there, and take profit will be 1.33657. 33657. 0.33657. Let's go. Entry price, we're gonna be risking, no, I don't really think so, we're gonna risk more than 1%, but okay. So entry price is like 31,700 maybe, or we should enter it right here, like 32,000. That's around psychological level on daily time frame. 4 hours just for your entry level, so don't have to analyze the 4 hour that much. We're gonna analyze the trend in daily and weekly mostly. So we're not gonna enter on the around psychological level. We have to wait for the rejection and what the market will give us, like, so we have to wait here. And 31,700. Yeah, 31,700 maybe. 31,700, yes sir. 1.31700. And we're gonna risk 1%, 1.2% on this trade, or maybe 1.8. Let's go. Very beautiful checklist. If you want to do it, if you want to just use it, you can use it like in a very easy way. You don't have to write things down manually. You just have to do it like it's an automated thing. Okay, writing notes now. Well, I have to remember that GBP USD. Now I'm waiting for this trade to come to my entry level right here. So we're gonna write down we have to stay reservative. So as daily wait for a daily pullback until it hits your alarm, then WAT, watch for 4-hour SOS, shift of structure, and 1 hour engulf. New York session, as we are on the pre-London session right now, so we're anticipating to enter this trade on New York session. So if you have any kind of like image, if you want to upload it, so you can also upload this image right here. So let me just take a screenshot of my daily time frame, that what I am anticipating on this one. Yes sir, we are okay. Library. I'm sorry for the mess. I'm sorry for the mess. So this is what I'm uploading right now. This is my now trade that I've uploaded. So what we're gonna do is everything is set right now, and you're gonna risk 1.8. This is your lot size. Now calculate your risk, right? If you wanna risk 1%, just do 1%. 1.2, okay, 1.5 maybe. Yeah, this is your lot size. Now you have to like no, not your USD, bro. GBP USD, then GBP USD, right? So that's it. That's the whole damn thing. Like, so we're gonna save this trade, okay? Overall, it shows that it's very strong. That you can take this trade 100%, but still we're gonna stay reservative. We're gonna stay. We're gonna keep our hands down. We're gonna let the market just show its hand first. I have this also Euro USD, which I'm gonna show you guys later, just because it is not that kind of trade that I'm looking for. It's a counter trend, not that kind of counter trend. We basically do have a lot of more confluences to lose this trade. Yeah, I'm gonna show you later after this the interesting market that I'm gonna be listing this week. So the next trade that I'm putting is I'm calling out is GBP AUD weekly. What we have, we're gonna do the same thing, mark out the whole thing all over again. It's gonna restart the process weekly, daily, 4 hour, 2 hour, and just signal stop loss and take profit all over again. Do that quick markup so that I can save your time and I can tell that what market is actually gonna do on what I am looking for and anticipating for, and where am I entering and where will be my stop loss and take profit. And this is gonna take a little bit of your more time. To save your time, I'm gonna not gonna just do this checklist thing just because we tested on GBP USD, so I can update you guys later with that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mark out the weekly time frame first of all. We see here is the weekly is bearish, as you can see. We have a very strong level of support right here, so it breakthrough. Now we are bearish, and now we're retesting this strong area of interest of strong support level. Now it's been as a resistance level of at this point right here. Now the market is now pretty much rejection, also the area of interest, plus it is also under the EMA, and so we're pretty much bearish weekly right here. We also do have a wrong psychological level. You know what I'm gonna do really, just I'm gonna check real quick, like trend. Yes, we have, it is bearish, area of interest rejection, yes sir. Touching EMA, yes sir. Wrong psychological level, yes sir. Rejection from previous structure point. Do we have a rejection from the previous structure point? Yes, this is called this is the lower higher lower low, and this is the now the previous structure point. So we are rejecting this previous structure point plus the area of interest right here. So this is called the rejection, the wick. So we're gonna mark both as a check, area of interest. There's no picture of the candlestick rejection, area of interest, and the previous rejection point right here. Yes sir, we're rejecting it. Break and resist head and shoulder, not confirmed right now, as we are breaking and retesting this neckline right here. Very strong level of support right here, so we're gonna mark that as a yes also. Yes. Daily time frame, we're gonna do the same thing on daily time frame. Coming back to our daily time frame, GBP AUD, what we see here is we are having a strong level of support right here. The market break from this support at this area, this area, rejected from this also another area of interest. We're gonna call this as an area of interest too, as a resistance. Use it as a resistance and give us the pullback. Now we're the point right now, the market is now giving us the retest at this point. Now same, we are anticipating here to have a push down, as you know that the daily time frame move very slow according to days. So what we're anticipating today is that the market is to give us a little bit of if the market move like this. Okay, the market is moving like this right now, Now what I anticipate the market to give is to give me this area of retest right here, and we will enter on the right shoulder right here. This is what I'm anticipating for the market to do, and we have also the EMA, we have also the rejection area. So now this is what we gonna call like a head and shoulders pattern. If you don't know what head and shoulders is, this is a head and shoulder pattern. Like this is the left head, and this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So what I'm basically targeting is this this right shoulder right here. I'm targeting this right shoulder. So this is what I'm gonna do. If it's give me that liquidity, that retest, so I'm gonna try to catch it. So this is what I'm talking about on GBP USD, GBP AUD. Sorry, why am I mostly in GBP USD always, bro? So we're gonna mark out the daily as well. Daily we have a trend. Yes sir, it is bearish, and that area of intersection, yes sir, we have that touching the EMA, of course. So on vertical level, already checked the rejection from the period structure. Do we have a rejection from the period structure? No sir, we don't have any rejection from the period structure right now. So we're gonna uncheck that. Candle rejection from area of interest. Yes sir, we have that. Break and retest head and shoulders pattern. Not right now, but maybe later, but not right now. We could check this later also. We can update our trade later. So let's move to the 4 hour. 4 hour is pretty much yeah. Now we can call this a very beautiful head and shoulders pattern right here. This is a very beautiful like left shoulder and beautiful head, and the right shoulder right here. Now I can call this a very beautiful left head and shoulders pattern. Now what I'm waiting, I'm sorry if my this looks like a pretty mess right here. I'm just gonna wash it out really quick. Okay, so this is called a left head and right shoulder pattern. Now what I'm anticipating is the market to come back to this area of interest, and in New York session I might go for a sell, and then I will wait for the hour entry signal, so on and so forth. So this is what I'm talking about. 4 hours looking way more interesting than it looks like daily, according to the trend. Like the time frames are saying, and this is the perfect trade, bro. Like this might be the trade that I'll be taking 100%. Okay, we got the trend rejection of the area of interest touching. Do we have it touching EMA? Yes sir, we have it touching EMA. We actually touching EMA. Well, psychological level already checked. Rejection from the period structure point, as we're having a left head right shoulder. Market has to reject this period structure point, so I won't count that as a check. No sir. Candle rejection point, candle rejection from the area of interest. Yeah, it was rejecting from the area of interest. Break and retest head and shoulders pattern. Yes sir, there is head and shoulders pattern, but not break and retest from the neckline. We're gonna wait for the break and retest of the neckline. So what we're gonna do in 2 hours, we're gonna see the trend real quick. Like here we go. I'm just gonna delete this up, bro. It's so mess. Okay, so there's 2 hour bearish, 1 hour. We're gonna see it's bearish. 30 minutes, as I can see it's bearish. Yeah, these small time frames for the entry. I maybe count 4 hour also as an entry. So let's go back. We got bearish, yes sir, touching EMA. The 3 of the time frames are just touching the EMA. Like, oh my gosh, three of the time frames are like touching the EMA. So we're gonna check this up really quick. Break and retest head and shoulders. Do we see a head and shoulders on 2 hour also? It's look more prominent, so it looks way more clean. So yeah, we have that also. Shift of structure, I need a retest neckline, then I will anticipate for shift of structure. I will not just go for this thing right now. This is just for the entry signal, just because our trade is not there. As you know that we're still on pre-London session, we still have the whole session to wait, and then we will anticipate or enter our trade on New York. So it's still like 6 or 7 in the morning London session, so we're gonna wait for New York, and I'm gonna update you guys later when we enter this trade. Okay, so stop loss and TP. I don't know why these pictures are not uploaded yet, but yeah, this is a very perfect trade right here, 140%. This is the trade that LXG talks about, like, to he might take this trade every single time, like whenever the market gives that kind of opportunity. Like, it is perfect, just perfect. It is, as you can see, the market is telling that it's excellent. So we're gonna save this trade really quick. What's the pair? GBP AUD. GBP AUD right here. So we're gonna go short, as you can see, 1930, just because of that goddamn fucking drawdown that I have. So what's my stop loss? My stop loss is okay, as you can see on 4 hour time frame. Just please give me that retest, then I'm in 100%. 03795, 03795. 95, motherfucker, bro. 2.0375. 3795, that's a, yeah, 0.3795, so okay. Okay, take profit will be, our take profit will be like around about like 99.80 maybe. We should just 99,800 should be our take profit. 99,800. That should be a perfect setup, bro. That should be our perfect setup, bro. Okay, go back to the daily. Let me see. This is 2.8 reserve. It's a very excellent trade. If the market gives us the opportunity, it's a very excellent trade right here. So right now, I am, yeah, we were looking for our entry, which is about like 72, 2770s. Yeah. 0.2770, okay. 2.02770 right there. We're gonna risk bare minimum, like, I cannot risk the whole account just because I will be hitting my daily drawdown, daily, or maybe we're gonna just in the risk management thing, we can just risk only 1%, 1% or 1 to 8 maybe. We're gonna risking like $34 on this trade also. I'm gonna aim for like 60-70. So what would be my note here? As you can see, daily is still having like a retesting like here, and we're still New York session, so we're gonna anticipate. So what I'm gonna write here is for retest, and where's the 4 hour? For the retest neckline, 1 hour engulfing entry. Yes, sir. So chart before the trade, before the image, the chart image before the trade. Okay, let's go. Let's upload this. Okay. Let's go 4 hours real quick. It's because it's looking way more clear than the 1 hour. So let's just also watch our weekly. Yes, sir. It is all perfect from every angle, from every time frame. I will take this trade every single day, every single day. Like, this is a perfect setup. This is what you call a perfect setup, bro. I'm gonna save this trade real quick. It is saved, huh? Where is it? History. Yes, GPP AUD added to the list. Okay, let's see how it works right now. So let's go to our last but not least NZD USD. As you can see, we have yeah, the market went really like market created lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then market shifted all the way, creating that bullish engulfing candlestick. Now it's pretty much now changing the changing the trend as it broke from the previous two structure point already. So we're still at a very strong resistance level right here. We might anticipate push down from this point. I must stay really reservative, so just because the pull down is not stronger than the pull up, so we're gonna anticipate for the as you know, we have a very strong kind of support level right here. Market respected every single time I had a hit, so a create is also double bottom, which is a very strong indication of bullish sentiment. Not just because of this resistance level. I don't really think so. Market is gonna continue going down after this bullish sentiment that we have right here. Just because we have right here, right? We have that engulfing candlestick. I don't really think so. It's just gonna give me my entry. I'm gonna show you why. Just because we have more added confluence than the just because we have the more added confluence than the cells, we have more buying confluences than the sales, so we should go for the buys rather than the headwind to the sales. So while we shifted bullish also here on daily time frame, so there is no sense that we are selling at this point. Just because that we have a strong area of resistance right here doesn't tell us that we have to sell here every single time. No. I think we have also a very like strong area of interest right here, which I marked out as a yellow one, which is a daily you can say a daily area of interest. So we have bullish daily and bullish 4 hour, so we cannot just go sell this trade. This makes sense, right? To buy. So this is what I'm anticipating for NZD USD. I'm should I do the perfect trade checklist right here? Yeah, I will do it. Maybe on next video coming. I'm gonna be updating you guys in my Instagram. Maybe I'm gonna upload this video that what results do I get, or what trade did I took and what loss did I took or whatever. I'm gonna share every single thing on my YT channel on my Instagram. You just have to just subscribe this channel. Make sure you're gonna tell the bell notification on, and make sure to like this video also, so that I can update you guys with that. So this is the perfect thing, that trading the perfect trade.net is just a kind of like journaling your trades, and it rates your trade like from what it tells like what trade you take and what trade you should not. You just have to stay reserved that as you show its percentage of confluences. Okay, it's a very good thing by FXAlexG. He's a very top guy, the top trading guy that I know. This will be our advantage for the traders out there, as it's literally like free. You can just come to the website right here, the perfecttrade.net, and you can just journalize your trade. You can mark out your weekly, daily, whatever the case is, and just get your percentage that you might take the trade or not. So it's like you can make a decision on that. That's a very good thing. So as you can say that NZD USD, I have told you weekly, we have shifted. As you can see on the line chart, it created a double bottom. Yeah, we have that strong kind of area of resistance right here, but I'm not looking at that. So what I might be anticipating is, as you can see, we also have a good area of interest that I marked out on the yellow one. This is a a very beautiful 4 hour plus daily area of interest, where I will be I will be buying at this 100%. If not, then we'll just move on. What I'm doing this week, bro. That's what that's what makes sense. That's what makes sense. I'm going long term rather than to just trade short term, just because I'm a swing trader and I might like end up losing it, or I might just win this trade. Okay, so what we're having here now, I see that bullish, that bearish engulfing coming, as you can see on the weekly time frame. It's a time frame Euro USD, and the market is testing the area of interest right now, and we're pretty much bearish right here. Same with the same with the daily time frame. We're still bearish. That this is a lower high, this is a lower low. It never break above, it never break below. So we're still bearish. So 4 hour is the same case scenario. We are bullish, so we are selling at this point right here, just because it made more sense to sell rather than to buy in this. So why you're saying that? So you have like a question in your mind that you're selling in your US and you're buying in USD, just because it makes more sense. It's made more sense, the trade that are making more sense. That which is that the trade you have to, like, it make more sense. Like, literally, like, look at this. Like, daily broke above this previous structure point, now giving us a retest right here. And now as you can say that this time frame is bullish, and the Euro US is moving is in a very different way, that the market hasn't broke above or below it. So we can say that this market is still bearish. That's the whole case scenario. So that's why I am selling on this one and buying on GBP USD. I'm waiting for the market structure shift. Maybe if it give me the shift right here, what's daily doing? Okay, okay. Or maybe I will wait for Tuesday, Wednesday to let this bearish bearish doji to close, and then the new day after Wednesday or maybe Thursday, I might just wait for the retest of the neckline right here, and I might just anticipate for this ray. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I might just if this goes like this, okay, I just might anticipate this as a wick. I might anticipate that kind of move right here. Yeah, I might just, if this goes like this one, I might anticipate and this bearish engulfing on Tuesday or Wednesday right here. So I might like enter on this point right here. My entry will be like here somewhere. If this close right here, I'm gonna wait for that. So it's okay. It is what it is, and I will update you guys later. See you and have a really good week, and peace out.